Hola amigos, bien ok. Saludos desde Medellín. Entonces, el tema de hoy. Um, ¿Por qué mi hábito para levantar cada mañana a las 5 para ir a entrenar en el gimnasio? ¿Por qué este hábito ayúdame para mejorar mi español? Ese es el tema de hoy. So, hello folks, welcome back to Medellin. Another splendid day here. So the theme of today is why, or perhaps even how, my habit of getting up every morning at 5 o'clock to be at the gym to work out, something I've been doing now for more than the last year, how this helps me to study Spanish. That's the theme for today. So, okay, you'll say, well, really how? I mean, what do? Do you just speak in Spanish when you're there? Well, no. no, I don't. I might count in Spanish a bit, but no, not really. No, and I'm not listening to particularly a lot of things in Spanish either when I'm there. I'm just going there to do the workout. So what's it really about then? Well, really, it's about habits and routines. Because if we think about it, the thing that we need to be able to do to improve our study, particularly of languages, which is really something that relies on a lot of repetition, that type of practice, we have to have a good routine. Because if we don't have a good routine, we don't have a way of breaking through perhaps our tiredness, boredom, apathy, things like that. We have a way of breaking through that to get us to start doing some of our practice. We won't do enough practice. So how does getting up early in the morning really help me with this? Okay, well, to start with, I knew I needed to go to the gym early in the morning if I wanted to do the workouts, because it was about the only time during the day that I could count on one, it not being too busy at the gym, so I could do the workout quicker, and also because it was about the only time in the day I knew I wasn't getting interrupted with things. Because once we get into the day properly, from about 8 o'clock, a lot of things happen. You know, people come to see us, the phone rings, we've got things to do. So I can't guarantee not to be interrupted with other things. So that's when I started going early in the morning. And the gym near where I live here opens at 5 o'clock. So I get up at 4:30, and you're going, what, 4:30? You must be mad. That's the time I come home from the pub. Well, true, there are some sacrifices you need to make. Although I suppose if you're feeling very energetic, coming straight back from the pub, providing you're well hydrated, you probably could just about manage some type of workout, but I'm not sure how productive that would be. No, really, the idea is you can more easily set aside the hour or so it takes to do this in the morning. And there's lots of kind of payoffs for this. Obviously, when you've finished, you're awake, properly awake, which is good, because by the time you get back, have a shower, have a bit of breakfast, you're still early. Most people in my house are still asleep, so I've still got half an hour, maybe even an hour, before anyone else is really up and about and asking me questions or needing my help. So then I've got that window of time when I'm, now I'm awake mentally, as well as that I can actually do some of my reading or my study or other things. So just by getting up early really helps a lot, because then I've got that time when no one else is about, so I can use that to do a bit of study. But the other thing really is, because you get up every day, even on the days when honestly you really don't think this is a good idea, why am I doing this? You're pushing through that barrier where you're not giving yourself an excuse not to do it. It's like, no, that's what I do, it's 5 o'clock, let's go. So get up and off you go. Now, how does that help you with language practice? Well, I would say how that helps me is because I've established this pattern, so that now it's like non-negotiable. I get up in the morning, I go do the workout. I might not be so good some days compared to others, it's true, but I do at least show up. And similarly, when I'm practicing the language, because often with language practice, if you think about it, particularly when you're actually needing to use the language, one of the biggest problems we have is fear of speaking, or fear of the situation, the fact that I'm going to get it wrong, they won't understand me, what's going to happen? Should I really start? Well, yeah, that's the thing, you have to start. So once you've established this pattern that regardless of how you really feel, whether you feel 100% or not, you still go, still show up, still do the thing, this helps you break through this kind of resistance you have when you're not feeling completely confident that you remember all the words you needed for this situation. And you just show up anyway and start, which is important. So I think it helps me those two ways. First one, it gets me up really early in the morning, then I'm awake ahead of all the noise of the day. I have a window then where I can get on and do things. But even if I don't do my studying then, and I have other things I need to do, because I've established a pattern now where I just do things anyway, I don't really allow myself to say, oh no, I don't want to do that now. No, I'm going to do it later. Because I've established more of a pattern now where I just get up in the morning and go, it's easier to tell myself, no, Graham, you need to practice, like now. So even if the situation is not ideal, even if I have to practice my Spanish like late in the evening, I've had a busy day and I feel a bit tired, and is it really worth it? Well, yes it is, and yes we need to do it. And it's easier to tell yourself that successfully when you've already persuaded yourself in the morning to get up and get out of the house really early in the morning when no one else is awake and it's raining and you don't feel like it. And once you've done that multiple times during the year, the rest isn't that difficult really. It's just a bit more repetition. So there we go. That's my thought for the day. I think that's important when we start looking forwards into perhaps rest of this month and into next year as well, because to keep our momentum of what we've been doing these last 90 plus days, it's important partly to focus on, okay, our reason why, but also to try and establish some part of our day when we have like a non-negotiable time when we're doing that thing. And always around, if you're not already doing some kind of workout process, I highly recommend it. It'll help you wake up, you'll have more energy, and your ability to focus at whatever time of the day on the thing you need to will be improved. So think about that. So for now, from Medellin, I bid you a very splendid evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheerio for now.